I'm not dead yet, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up somewhere. Oh, woke up in my... Whoa. Creepy, they know where I live. Creepy. Um, okay. A familiar ceiling. The smell of the bed and pillows. I knew them well. Was this my room? Normally, there wouldn't be anyone in my room besides me, but the present made me spring wide awake. When I did that, pain shot throughout my entire body. Feeling alright? I think you better just lay down for a bit. Why was Rena in my room? Blood began to surge in my muscles and my capillaries. But Rena's smell belonged to the Rena I knew well. I knew I shouldn't let myself feel this way, but I was relaxing that my version of Rena was safe. Why am I? Don't you remember? After losing consciousness, nothing at all. My body had become more lethargic than I could even ever imagine. I guess I would have expected the outcome after experiencing everything I just had back there. I tried to secure my head, but I couldn't shake the sluggish feeling out of my head. I called the doctor. He should be here soon. I think you better just lie down until then. I wasn't injured seriously enough to merit calling a doctor. But knowing that someone impartial was coming in was slightly reassuring. Why am I here? I'm sure I was at the damn site. This is what I want to know. What happened? When I got there, Keishun was already passed out. That's why I'm the one who wants to know. I was attacked by two weirdos. As I talked about it, I finally remembered what happened right before I passed out. Calling that memory and the terror that went along with the caused the fogginess around my head to clear it right up. Just forget about those two for now. I didn't expect Rena to be nursing me. I thought Rena was trying to kill me. She would have had the perfect chance while I was unconscious. Not only she did not kill me, she had nursed me back to health. Amazing you could travel me all the way back here. But wasn't I heavy? Looking at Rena's delicate frame, it's hard to believe that she only gotten me back home, but even traveled me all the way up to the second floor. Did she have some help? Don't you remember, Keiichi-kun? Rena appeared a bit surprised but still kept her smile. I only propped you up on my shoulder. You said you could walk on your own and you were fine. You don't remember? I didn't remember. My memory was fuzzy after the point where I lost consciousness. What about those two? Huh? When you got there, Rena, no one's with me. Rather, those two guys. There wasn't anyone, she said it bluntly. The way she stated it felt slightly unpleasant. I was just too timid at the time. I might have been able to force some answers out of Rena. But if I did that, then this Rena might transform into a scary Rena who I don't know. Fearing that, I didn't press any further. Thinking about it, it was the obvious choice. Most of those men were there. I don't think Rena would have stood a chance. I couldn't find a way to explain it unless I assumed she brought me here after those two were already gone. Rena was still smiling. Her eyes sparkled warmly. Yet, I felt like I was hallucinating when I saw something. Something akin to the shadow slowly creeping across her face. It's that small omen sent shivers down my spine. While Rena was still Rena, I still needed to make contact. I needed to contact Higurashi-san. Rena stopped me when I tried to get out of my bed. She said it would aggravate my room so I should sleep. I'd like to go to the bathroom though. Sorry. Rena couldn't say anything else. While Rena sat in the room, I quickly went downstairs to get the phone receiver in the living room. When I approached the front door, the doorbell rang. Ding dong! It might have been the doctor Rena called. It was strange for a patient to welcome in that the doctor was making a house call. But it would be incredibly reassuring to have him here for the considerable time it would take Higurashi-san to get here. I curiously opened the door with that symbol of something and regretted it almost instantly. Neon? Oh, you look just fine. How did you collapse, so I came to check up on you. How do you know I collapsed? I heard it from Rita over the phone. Do I need any reason other than that? I understood why she would call a doctor. But why Neon too? Rena was descending the stairs behind me. Rena, doesn't Kei-chan look pretty alright? Sheesh! You made me worry for nothing. That's true. Maybe I was worried for nothing as well. We both began laughing. It appeared to be cheerful laughter, but I couldn't shake the feeling that there was darkness moving over them. Whoa! What's up with the shoe rack? How did it get like this? The shoe rack, I imagined the pieces have been like that since yesterday. I fell, you see. The bat I was holding at the time was slammed into it. This is what happens when you swing around something that you're not used to handling. I kept the fact it was none of their business myself. But leaving it like this will totally startle your parents when they get home. I'll fix it up for you later. No, come on, Kei-chan. The terminally ill need their rest. Come back in bed, back in bed. Both of them urged me up the stairs. I had no chance to call Rishi-san. I was pushed into my bed. Except for the first time Mian had been in my room and began searching around it intently. She fiddled around my room and was scolded by Rena. You can imagine how it went. It was uncomfortable having my room poked around, but the conversation was so benign that it was heartwarming. During that innocent conversation, Mian said something as though it was perfectly ordinary. Rena, did you call the manager? Yep. Right after I called Mi-chan. He said he'd be right over. Manager? Out of the place where it gave me a bad feeling. When I called the doctor. And called Mion. After that, she called the manager? Who was this manager? Since Rena and Mion's conversation was so peaceful, it only felt slightly odd. What are you talking about? Who is this manager? Didn't you know, Kei-chan? You mean the manager when we say manager. Like the director of a movie. Or like a foreman of a construction site. I dug through all my memories for a manager who might have business with me. Only one came to mind. But one I just said. The construction site foreman. The very first victim of the first incident did dismember at the damn construction site. The foreman? But that was strange. He was supposed to be dead. There's no way they could call him. I don't understand what you guys were trying to talk about. What does the manager have to do with me? He said he was coming. Did he be to my house? But all of the two of them was smile coolly at each other. There was a huge difference between how the two of them appeared and my suspicions were playing out. Slowly, I felt discomfort and panic welling up inside me. I couldn't understand what Rena and Mio were talking about. Kei-chan, you got into baseball lately, haven't you? Pretty sure the manager will be happy to hear that. So, who was this manager? The manager's the manager. So, who is this manager? Rena and Mia looked at each other and laughed heartily. The stamping crackle made unpleasantly resounding around me. The laugh, long enough to be unsettling, ended abruptly. Oh yeah, we should finish up before the manager comes. You remember, don't you, Kei-chan? Her face was laughing, but Mion's eyes were a totally different story. Remember what? Keiji-kun, had you forgotten, I wonder? About the penalty. About the penalty! Did you really forget? The homework with the mochi. The homework we were supposed to guess which one Rena made. You forgot about the homework, didn't you? I certainly did have that homework. But I thrown away the rest of the mochi after I found that sewing needle. So when I wasn't able to answer which one Rena made. The penalty. For what? Why now? No doubt my question was written all over her face. Your answer to my question was that dry laughter. I could no longer make the heads or tails of anything. I began to think this entire day was somehow insane, strange, incomprehensible. Being chased by Rena, attacked by strange men, the penalty beyond Rena we're talking about. What were they still laughing at? It didn't take long for me to realize I'd been dragged into an abnormal situation. Who were these two? Who are these people? Who are you people? Who are these doppelgangers of Rena and Leon? Rena got behind me at some point. Why was she pinning my arms around behind my back? Oh, what are you doing? Don't move. This is your penalty. My body was already sluggish and Rena was pinning my arms and made it much harder to move. Seriously, I tried to struggle, but she wouldn't even budge. My panic began to well up, and I realized this was well beyond the realm of jokes and pleasantries. This freakishly monstrous strength, it would have been impossible for the Rena I knew. Then, for her arms grasping me firmly. Whose arms were they? Hey, John, no struggling. Club rules, there are no exceptions. You can't fight against the penalty. Leon. No, that thing that looked like Leon spoke to me like how Leon would speak to me. But I was certain that this was not Leon. Someone who wasn't Leon. Someone who was just pretending to be Leon. Need to finish this up before the manager comes. Leon fished through a pocket and pulled out something bizarre. I could tell what it was just by looking at it, but for such a thing to be in her pocket, my mind wouldn't accept it. What is that? It was a small syringe. A small, clear syringe like what a doctor would use when you went to him when you were sick. When it held me even tighter, and I could hear the crying laughter that no longer sounded like laughter playing in my ear. The eerie laughter. It wasn't something that the Rena I knew would ever produce from her own throat. This thing was pretending to be Rena. Was this a real laugh? A real laugh? Unable to defend myself, the syringe Leon was holding drew closer. That needle tip waited in front of my face countless times. Don't worry. Don't worry. It won't hurt. It won't hurt. What are you planning on doing? What kind of sick joke is this? What are you saying, Q-chan? You know exactly what's going on, don't you? About what? I don't understand any of this at all. I know you know. You're just playing the fool late in the game. Stop talking nonsense and trying to confuse me. You're going to have done to you what happened to Tomotaki-san. What? Screenshot. The same. Is Tomotaki-san? I didn't really understand what she meant. What did that have to do with the syringe? You're playing dumb, Keiji-kun. You should have realized it by now. When I whispered they were laughing and seemed to admonish me. But even the way she spoke was repulsive beyond compare. Playing dumb? Me? About what? What do you mean? The same as Tomotaki-san? Everyone thought at first this was just a hit and run. Except when the officer got closer to check if he was still alive, he soon noticed it wasn't a normal situation. His throat was scratched out. From a knife or something? No. Oh! This is a flashback. Nails? Nails as in fingernails? Those gouged through? That's right. Tomotaki-san, he clawed out his own throat with his own nails and died. There's no way someone could die like that. So then, for that to happen, we thought drugs were doing, but nothing of that nature was detected. That's right. The police didn't find any drugs in Tomotaki-san's system. The police told me they didn't find any drugs in Tomotaki-san's body. Both of them laughed together with that sickening laughter. Of course they laughed. They assumed that the medicine didn't exist because the police didn't know about it. It was just completely foolish. Meaning, the drug that caused Tomotaki-san to die in such a bizarre manner did exist? If Leon injected this into me, The wood will that would probably be proof I needed. Though basically me, I'll end up the same as Tomotaki-san. Become hysterical, scratching out my own throat in my last moments, and then die. For such an outrageous drug to exist. For Mion to be holding it. And now was I about to be injected with it. At that moment, I did not feel there was any need whatsoever to question it. What kind of idiot, when he's faced with a dodgeball and flying straight for his face, has something to think of a reason why it's flying to him? Just give up. Alright then. Mion's actions knocked my gravitas and made it more terrifying. There was none of the ceremony like when someone is sentenced to death. There was no hesitation at all, as if she were brushing her teeth. Mion reached out with one hand and grabbed onto my chest. It felt like electricity went through the back of my head and my entire world went dark. Did I stand up too fast? Or did someone hit me really hard in the back of the head? Having lost my sense of knowledge, I was assaulted by a wave of dizziness. What's happening? Oh, I know what's happening! Oh my gosh, I know what's happening. Oh no. I know what exactly is about to happen. I actually know what Higurashi is. I've seen the show, so I know what's about to happen. I squatted down for a bit, but when I came back to my senses, my entire room has changed drastically. The numbness in my head was gone, and slowly I could tell blood was flowing through my extremities again. How long have I been squatting here? For how many minutes? Or has it been hours? It was almost as if the hands of the clock had stopped moving the entire time and my eyes were closed. That's how little time has passed. Really? The air in the room wasn't filled with that madness from before, only in dull silence. Rena wasn't there putting my arms, and Leon wasn't there about to inject me with a needle. No way. Could it be? All of it was a hallucination? There was no other presence in the room besides my own. It was the weirdest experience I ever had. I was suddenly with Rena and Leon. I doubted my sanity for a moment, but I also was seized with some sort of comfort. I guess that terrible ordeal was a hallucination. Neither Rena or Leon would never do something so terrible. My head grew hot. I could tell my emotions were welling up. Why? There wasn't a reason to cry. Why? It was sorrow. Why was I sad? I don't understand. I don't understand. Kind to everyone. Not discriminating against age or gender. Leon. That Mion was sprawled by the window in an unnatural pose. Blood stayed in a deep breath from head down to her chest. The bright crimson smeared on my walls that splattered. She always had that bright smile and was kind from me from the day I was transferred. Rena. The same Rena was slumped at my feet and was making the same pool of blood as Mion. I couldn't comprehend what just happened. Did something come to save me? Did they beat these two down with this metal bat? I finally noticed with the weight in my right hand. How long had it been there? It was Satoshi's metal bat. It was covered in deep red. There was no doubt that this was a weapon used to mutilate both of them. And I was holding that weapon. I was the only person in the house. Looking at this object, I couldn't think of anyone other than myself who could have done it. I did this? That's right. Keiichi Maibara. Of course I did it. I told myself gently, as coaxing myself. Hey me, there's no reason for you to remember it, nor is there a need to regret it. Eat or be eaten. You get that, don't you? But it's the blood. It's the blood. There's so much. Neither Rena or Mion had moved an inch. It wasn't just a split forehead and a trickle of blood, nothing that simple. The entire room was splattered with red, and that told me it didn't end with just 2 or 3 strikes. Were they dead? Both of them? That's in my mind were calm, but on the surface I was panicking and agitated. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. What happened to your usual calm self? Come on now. Do what you always do. Throw your head back and take a deep breath. Come on. Once. Christ. Breathe deeply. Calm down. Calm down. I chanted that over and over in my head and relaxed. Color came back to my vision and smells refused in the air. At the same time, I remembered what happened when I blacked out. Rena and Mion had attacked me. They were about to eject me with double cause the same systems in Onikakushi-hen. But right before that happened, I fought back. I adjusted my whole body and threw Rena as she was spinning my arms. Then I followed through with my spin and ran my foot as hard as I could into Mion's torso. It was soft. Rena tried jumping away, and I tackled her as hard as I could and slammed her against the wall. I didn't let that breathe both of them, having them all balance slip by. Suddenly she's back was left carelessly by the side of my desk. Brief. At that moment, everything went pitch black. There was nothing recorded past this point in the videotape of my mind. No, that wasn't right. It wasn't that there was nothing recorded. It was recorded just fine. Just, the other me inside myself had told me not to look and turned off the screen. Just because the screen has gone black and I couldn't see it. Didn't mean the videotape within me hadn't recorded it. The tape was just off. The video was still playing. The tape within me, creaking along, still playing. On the other end of the pitch black screen, that horrifying video is still playing on. Compared to this, though. The scene before my eyes, was so difficult to take in. There's blood splattered everywhere on the walls, the two of them in unnatural poses. Not a sign of movement from them. I couldn't even tell if they were breathing. No matter what the circumstances were, my friends, these girls, I had attacked them. I may have even killed them. But if I hadn't done this, I would have been the one done for. Balancing that on the imaginary scale, it felt odd that I even felt bad about it. Even if it was been accepted, it was just justifiable as self-defense. The proof was all there. All here. The two of them collapsed here in Mion's syringe. Mion's syringe was filled with some unknown drug that certainly would solve the mystery surrounding the incident with Tomotaki-san. From the fact that both of these two were involved, they would be able to pick out the criminals one after another. Still, I might be suspected for this, but that was just fine. Anyways, this should be a police affair. This wouldn't fade into the darkness like Rena's past incidents. As long as the police were involved, that should bring this to a close. They'd probably revisit their investigation on the change of incidents. Uchi-san would definitely get to the bottom of it. Meeting. My wish. I'm not wanting to die. I'm wanting to know the truth that would fulfill the most basic form. It was all a matter of time now. The doctor wrote a call should be getting here soon. I'll confess everything to him. I need to contact Higurashi-san. At that moment I remembered. Besides the doctor, a manager had been called. It was easy to imagine that there was someone deeply involved with the incident judging from Rena and Mion's conversation. The ache in my chest caused me the gruesome deed I had done dispatched rapidly. It was not over yet. This place was no longer safe. Stay calm, Kichi Maipara. It's not over yet. I need to live long enough to tell the police of this incident. At that moment, I felt like I heard someone's voice from outside. Since people were speaking, it must have been there was more than one person. I moved the curtain over ever so slightly and peered outside. There's a bizarre sight. About 4 or 5 grown men were gathered at the gates. They very much resembled the 2 men that assaulted me at the dam site today. Those 2 might be among them. There was one person wearing a white coat, but he didn't look like a doctor at all. My gut told me he was in disguise, only posing as a doctor. The guy will probably ring the bell and get me to open the front door. Pretend to be a doctor and get me to open the door, and the rest of them would just rush in at once. At that moment, I saw a car parked behind them and my arm nearly skipped a beat. The white van! No mistake. That van. The one that tried to run me down. The man in the white coat entered the gate and headed towards the front door. The rest of the men hid in the bushes and watched him. Probably couldn't pretend that I was at home. Undoubtedly, they would just break the window and enter. I needed to get out of there somehow. Then use a public phone to contact Ushi-san. We meet up somewhere. First of all, I need a weapon. And shoes. But before that, there was one thing I had to do. I had no intention of dying. I lived and revealed the truth about the nonsensical curse over Shiro-sama. What would happen from here on, regardless of how determined I was, may bring about my demise. And that was why there's one thing more important than getting out of here right now. I needed to get that clock out quickly and take down the note hidden behind it. Damn it! The tail was sticking to it fast. It'll be fine if it's torn a little. Open up the solid torn note and began writing another passage with a ballpoint pen. If I wasn't able to inform Ushi-san, then the only thing I could rely on was on this note. I never thought a piece of torn, polished notebook paper would be reliable before. I had no time. I only write what I knew right now. I needed to leave some sort of information that would lead them to uncover the truth. Renan and Neil have been conspirators of the perpetrators. This was an undeniable fact. I still didn't want to believe it. But it was a fact. Anyways, I leave all the information that will help them lead them finding the perpetrators. There are 4 or 5 adults, maybe more. They had a white van. This is everything I was able to see from the window. There may be more. Also, there was an unidentified person known as a manager. To begin with, the term manager didn't even mesh with Himizawa at all. If they were going to include managers from past incidents, then the only one is the construction foreman, the victim of the first murder. The very first victim of the change of incidents. Killed in the lynching, his body divided into 6 pieces. His right arm was never discovered. We really should have confirmed that death. But Rena and Mia both called him manager. They said manager. They wouldn't use that term to refer to someone who was dead. The police would never concede that someone who was deceased could be involved. Could that be some sort of oversight? I didn't know. But even if I didn't know, it could bring a big hint for Ushi-san. That's right. They needed to start fresh with the first incident. It was just a simple dismemberment, but the starting thing in the strings of mysterious that would follow. So then, there must be something hidden in there. Please reinvestigate the victim for the dismembered incident. He is alive. His death should have been established after an autopsy. Logically, you would think as much. That was really the case. Was that really the case? Could have been some sort of ploy that they were able to deceive the police with. I shouldn't jump into conclusions, but he may still be alive. I have no time to ponder about that right now. Oh yeah, there's something even more important I needed to write. So Thomas said that was from an unknown drug. That's right. That drug was an irreplaceable piece of evidence. No doubt, just by having this, everything would be uncovered. I couldn't just leave that vital clue laying on the floor. The syringe is proof. Running that down, I struck the syringe into the back of the car with plenty of tape. It was absolutely do not slip and fall to the floor. Firmly. Firmly! The bell rang. They were here! I couldn't write anymore. But even still, there was one last thing I had to write. I have no idea why I had to become like this. This may be the closest thing to the truth out of everything I wrote on this note. If you're reading this, then I'm probably already dead. Though you may or may not find my body. If I was going to write down everything that could happen, either dying from the curse, or being given away. You, who are reading this, please uncover the truth. That is my only desire. With this, my last will and testament was complete. It wasn't certain that I was going to die, but it was my final plea, just in case. I folded the note and stuck it to the back of my clock and returned the clock back to its usual spot. I couldn't help but pray, but Ushi-san, if something happens to me, I leave the rest to you. After that, I gazed down silently at Rena and Neon. This is probably the last time we ever see each other. Rena, Neon. I had thought all of us were friends. But why? Why did it end up to this? Never had any fun in my previous school. Only worried about the standardized test scores, about if the school I hoped to get into was really one to go to a safety net. That was all I talked about. It was a dull life. The people I called my friends were also rivals in study and competitions and personal records and standardized test scores. Everyone there taught me how unhealthy that lifestyle was. This month was really fun. Making a fuss over lunch, making a fuss over a club, making a fuss over the festival. Something hot began dripping from my face. Uncomfortable tears. I should have had no obligation to shed tears for them. But they wouldn't stop. They were after my life. Even they were trying to kill me. Everything that happened this month, I wouldn't forget. Ooh. Or could it be those happy days were all a fake as well? Was it all a trap, meditationally orchestrated up until today to ensnare me? Could it have been that I was just obliquely assumed that they were all my friends? That could have been the case. But Rena and Mion, they really were my friends. Those happy days, there was nothing fake or unclear about them. Someone probably forced them to try to kill me. Or their minds were taken over, possessed by the supernatural entity known as Orishiro-sama. Regardless, both Rena and Mion, they were best friends ever. And when they were coming after me, it wasn't on their own volition. Wait, they weren't the kind of people who would sell off their friends regardless of whether they were or not they were forced. There's no way such a thing of being possessed by Orishiro-sama could happen in reality. Then, did the real Rena and Mion come after me? What was I thinking? What a silly, dumb idea. Having beaten down both Rena and Mion, I was still debating if they were the real ones or the fakes. There was no real fake. Only the reality was before me. Rena and Mion sprawled at my feet. That was only truth. I was only trying to twist the facts for my own benefit that I had beaten my friends to death. No matter how I spun it, it could have been changed reality. Rena and Mion were both dead. It felt like there was a crack in the dam of the strange emotions I was holding back. It felt like in my calm state, which was nothing more than a bluff, had receded, and in that opening, insanity was leaking out. I killed them. I killed them. Rena and Mion. I killed them. The doorbell rang again. Now Muriel didn't echo, pulling me back into a state of composure once again. I didn't have a moment to spare. Quickly, I need to get away. I didn't want to die. Or I'll cover everything after that. The identity, whoever it was, pushed me this far. Even if I had to drink mud and eat grass, I would survive. I would survive. I would definitely survive. I killed Rena for that very reason. I also killed Neon. And went that far just to keep living, so I can't die. For my sake, and for the sake of the late Rena and Neon, I have to survive. I ran towards the door and grabbed my shoes, and the doorbell once again as if to urge me on. Behind the strange, single, solitary door, they were there. Keeping quiet, I headed towards the kitchen. Headed towards the back door. Before opening the back door, I put my ear to it and checked for people outside. No one? As I put on my shoes, I opened the door slowly so as not to make a sound. There he is! The back door! A piercing voice echoed out. The voice stabbed through me, setting my hair on end. I had her run. Get out of there, Keiichi. One after another, I felt stuff like rational and intelligence. Those things when you have time to spill out me. I didn't feel any pain from the fashion scratching my arms and forehead. The autonomously pulsing heart also made it neither fatigue or pain. My entire being was just wish to live. There was nothing else it desired. It probably had no complaints whatsoever. So of course I didn't feel fatigue. I just ran. Just recklessly rushing in the direction I was already heading. Even if no one was chasing me, I'd still be running like this. There wasn't a thought in my mind about where I was heading. I turned around and I felt a presence next to me. That presence was, without a doubt, chasing me like my shadow. If I took one misstep, I would be devoured. That's what I thought. So I didn't turn around. I didn't stop. I ran. At full speed. Oh, now. That was a chirping to Higurashi telling me it was the evening. Trying to tell me something, and I finally heard it. The wailing cry of the victims who didn't make it. Would I be joining them? What did Higurashi know? They knew everything. They definitely knew. So I ran towards where I could hear more of the Higurashi chirps. The further I ran, the further away their chirping became. I couldn't get near them. Why are you all running away? Was it my fault? Was I the one to blame? Then I'll apologize. I'm sorry. 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 Oh, on the Higurashi now. I was going to click through all the salaries. End the chapter? End the chapter! Is this really the end of the chapter? No, it's not. Oh, it is. Whoa. It really is. Oh, it's not. Chased by shadows. Ooh, that's creepy. The smoking room was filled with a cloud of cigarette smoke. The special smoke filter gave off some crackling and electric noise, but it didn't seem like it was doing anything at all. Why do smokers have to be shoved so far down this corridor where the sun didn't even reach? I recalled hearing that tax revenue from tobacco about a tenth of the multipliers revenue. We're the most heavily taxed members of this municipality, so I really wish they would show us a little bit more respect. Oh! Oh, I know whose point of view this is. Why would this guard find Messi here? This is increasing for options. One of the younger than subjects were having a staring contest with a modern magazine called Next Turn. It's still in Tempai to cut 5 Masu. If you're betting on hot take, then you shouldn't be going in that line, Jan. Kuma-san, look at the pod. They all discarded 5 Masu. It's a safe title. Tao. If you hate it at the end of the game, someone's sitting on the peptide on the last turn, wouldn't you? The kid got out on the ground, put out a cigarette, and then took another one. I just don't agree. Why would you reduce your own options? By the way, you can't call wrong with your winning title at Hetai. What? Why is that? Just then I heard a voice coming down the hall. Are you here, Oishi-san? You have a call from a civilian. Whoa, ain't that something? Oh, see you soon. Why can't you call Ron on that? Oh, hold on for a second, Oishi-san. The man sitting on the seat, Oishi-san was heading towards a wave telephone receiver. Outside line, from a payphone. Oh, why thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. This is Oishi. Who is it? Oishi-san. Hello? If it isn't my boss-san. Good evening. When the tone of my boss-san's voice, I already knew he was in a predicament. This was the first time Baru-kun had phoned me, and he was calling from a payphone. Please calm down. Did something happen? His voice was erratic in mind if he completely lost his sense of composure. After checking that nobody else could hear, I prompted him in a hushed voice. What happened? Calm down, my Marsa. I can have the local officers head to your location. I'll be there soon, too. I think that's impossible. His voice was quivering in that. Barson, you're calling from the payphone right now, right? Where's that payphone? There was no other sounds beside Maybaru's voice. I had been in a phone booth. I scratched out another and pressed my colleague sitting across me. He means off, phone booth. He understood quickly and hastily started on the internal lines. Calm down, my Barsa. What is your current situation? It wasn't a good idea to tell someone panicked to do so, but it was not the usual case. My Baru-kun didn't just get in trouble, get away, and call me. He was in the midst of something dangerous right now. But yelling my Baru-kun right now would just needlessly cause him to be even more frantic. My Baru-kun wasn't just calling to seek help. He was trying to tell us something more than that. Whatever that was. I didn't get it from him in the call. I was certain that there would never be a chance. My colleague pushed a note in front of me. There was only one booth in Himizawa. A patrol call is on the way. 5 minutes. That's too long! How many officers are in there? 2. Not enough. If it was as I imagined, there would be quite a few people surrounding my Baru-kun. 5 minutes was too long. Did you call the officers stationed in Himizawa? He's scheduled to be on patrol. You're currently out and it's impossible to contact them. God damn! Kuma-kan, bring the car around. Understood. Hello? Oishi-san? Hello! It's alright. I can hear it loud and clear. There was something wrong with my Baru-kun. That was a normal coughing sound. Vomiting? Or was it blood? He had already been attacked. Was he injured? My bar said, the police are on their way. They'll be there in a couple of minutes, so hold on somehow. Hello? Can you hear me? My bar said. Akira on the other end of the line that he was having a coughing fit. Worst problems of the situation popped into my head. Apara-san! Who was the culprit? How many are there? I thought at first the culprit was here. I couldn't tell if that was a cough or vomiting. Alright, are you alright, my Apara-san? I thought that culprit was a person, and not only she was cursed. Up until right now. But I guess in the end. There's an intense amount of coughing and then vomiting. But I guess Urshiu-sama does exist. Oh, he's here. And Bara-san, just please calm down. I hadn't been thinking it was strange for a while. It's been following me this whole time. I run and run and run and run. But it sticks to me like a shadow. But slowly, so slowly, it's digging itself into my back. My Bara-san. Are they, right now, perhaps, right behind you? Behind me. Right behind me. Please, my Bara-san. I can tell you're scared. But please, who is it? That's right behind you. I can't just look behind me. I do. I understand that you're scared. But please tell me. You just need to turn around a bit. Who is it? Who is behind you, my Bara-san? After I said that, I hear him vomiting intensely. The fall was a nightmarish sound. My Bara-san. It couldn't be that you are clawing out your own throat. There was no answer. But I hear something like scratching. There was a bang, as if something was being hit. My brother could probably drop the receiver. I could hear her vomiting and groaning on the other end, repeating, and abnormal was, hello! Hello! Bara-san! Hello! I knew how far away my voice would sound on the other end, but I couldn't help but shout. At that moment, I heard whispering coming from the other end. I couldn't tell what he was saying. From the way he was saying, was he talking to himself, or was he talking to someone there? Hello? Bara-san. Rather than whispering, with some kind of mantra he was chanting over and over. I focused on my senses, trying to pick up what he was trying to say. What was he repeating? What exactly? Something like me went dead. Did he use up his time? It was because it was a payphone. Because it was cut out so abruptly. Last thing he said, it came out so clear in my mind. Oishi-san, the car is good to go. Oishi-san. It was. I'm sorry. Oishi-san? That's what he was repeating over and over. He said, I'm sorry. I had a gut feeling. There was no longer a need to hurry. I could hear the trip of Higurashi spilling in from the open window. I should have been able to hear them the entire time. I was just not paying attention. Why did I focus on them all of a sudden? Were they trying to tell me something? Only Higurashi knew. That's how it felt. Oh, he's like just like Keiichi. Holy crap, I wish he was just like Keiichi. And now, the final scene. July 1932. In Himiza, a remote village near Sushibon City, there was a murder involving 2 female students. The suspect is Kishi Maibara, age 1X. The suspect called over his 2 female classmates, Renamiyu Miyatsurazaki, to his house and beat them to death with a metal bat. The scene of the crime was the suspect's room on the 2nd floor of his house. The inside of the room was covered with a significant quantity of spotted blood, and there was a sense of struggle with the victims. In addition to the scene of the crime, the entryway, the living room, and the kitchen had all traces of a struggle. At the entry, the shoe rack and wall left behind evidence of being impacted by a strong blunt force. It is believed that the same bat is the murder weapon. Having no traces of blood, it's believed that the destruction occurred before the murders. There is a possibility that the suspect overpowered his victims to keep them from fleeing. In the living room, the rug had been pulled back and then thrown aside. It's hard to believe that I had such a connection with the struggle of the victims, and thus the reason for this remains unknown. In the kitchen, the garbage truck was torn apart and contents were spread out on the floor. Garbage was thrown about and the surrounding area, and hampers were moved to belong to the suspect were discovered. It was believed that the suspect had for some reason taken out the garbage and stuck it with his fist. The reason for this remains unknown. In addition, there was a note stuck to the fridge with the words, "Was there a needle? Written on it. Written on it." The meaning behind it remains unclear. Just in case the garbage was searched, but a needle was not discovered. Oh! Though the garage door was functional, it hadn't been left open since the suspect was moved in. As the garage was found closed, the suspect's fingerprints were discovered at the garage door. The reason behind this remains unknown. The suspect fled the scene of the crime. However, a patrolling officer, convinced on another PD, found that the suspect collapsed inside a phone booth. At the time of discovery, the suspect was unconscious in critical condition. He was rushed to the local hospital for treatment, but did not regain consciousness and died 24 hours later. Oh, he died. Keiichi died. The result of the autopsy indicated that immediate cause of death had been a hypothalamic shock. It was determined that the suspect clawed out his own tooth with his fingernails and resulting in the bleeding causing his death. In similarity to the death of Tomitaki Center the prior week, the police have believed there is a connection and they have opened an investigation. However, due to the wishes of local authorities, it will be a confidential investigation. Due to the abnormal nature of death, it was suspected that drugs were involved, but as with Tomitaki-san, no traces were discovered. The fact that all this remains inexplicable. As such, this case is treated as a act committed on impulse. However, several counselors insisted that they are leading up there that it is possible that this was premeditated. Several from the school of friends, isolation, and small school behavior. However, some of this were the incident. The suspect began carrying around a metal bat. The suspect was observed displaying aggressive behavior as well as studying himself at school. This suspect have actually heard posters of what he was saying. 2 days before the incident, the suspect declared to his friends that the possibility of his death. Legal services recently began to investigate on the possibility of the crime was not committed on impulse, where it was instead planned several days in advance. Oh. Afterwards, a note was found that the suspect assumed that he had written himself. The note was written on 2 sheets from a B5 college notebook that had each been torn in half, basically to conceal something that was hidden behind the clock on the wall. The contents were as written in the appendix. The police believe it had been strongly related to the incident. The police had changed their line of investigation based on the possibility that suspect was involved in some sort of incident himself. However, no further clues were found casting on the doubt of the credibility of the note. Was the crime impulsive or preventative? With the situation occurred, no further developments, the case had been I didn't get it. However, the following year, a suspicion arose regarding the nature of the note. The note was not written on 2 halves of B5 paper from 2 separate sheets, but originally on a single sheet of B5 paper. In order to erase several lines from the middle, someone had torn them out. Judging from the size of the letters, the missing section is estimated to be 3 to 2 lines. It's highly probable that the person who eliminated the lines is not the suspect. In addition, judging from the trace of the long quantities of the cell phone tape being stuck to the back of the clock, reckoning that something stronger than the note has arisen. The person who first discovered the crime was a detective rumored to have a connection with the incident, Kuroda Uishi. He is underwent a voluntary with the question, but denies involvement in any damages to the note. The suspect's note. Ooh, note. Let's see what is left. I, Keiichi Barbara, is in fear of my life. I do not know why they are after my life. The only thing I do know, it has to do with Oshiro-sama's curse. Okay, pick up that. We're not me on the conspirators or the perpetrators. There are 4 or 5 adults, maybe more. They have a white van. This is all in the first sheet. Everything below has been ripped out. Oh, what part of it's been ripped out? I want to know. This is from the second sheet. Everything above it has been ripped out. Of this, I have no idea why it become like this. If you're reading this, then I'm probably dead. Oh, they took out the part with Tomitake. Though the only difference may be the presence or lack of a body. You who are reading this, please uncover the truth. That is my only desire. Keiichi Maibara. They cut out the part about Tomitake. That's what the part they ripped out. Ah, now I get it. They cut that part. And that was chapter 1, everybody. Yes, the next chapters are coming in the future. Filling in the plot holes soon. A new scenario is unlocked. An all-new cast review session has become available. To play, select extra on the top menu. Oh, all-cast review session? Oh, nice. Actually, I have to check that out soon. Please uncover the truth. Oh, does that mean I finished the game? Well, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'm going to check out that extra. And possibly in the next episode, so leave a like, leave a comment, I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. Mercurial!